Hello there, thanks for stopping by. This is Busby, otherwise known as FM Heathen over on Twitter, and I'm here yet again for another review of the database from 1946 First Division that I've been making, which is quite transformed from the first trailer you might have seen. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through, we're in version 1.3 now, by the way, which is going to be released this coming weekend in the new year, but we're going to... Oh my goodness, I've added so much. So basically, you can see, if you watch the other video, we've got all the players in with all the faces now. I think they've almost all got faces. A couple of new gens coming through, as you can see there with our first intake. I've started off on Stoke, just randomly really, just to give us a team just to look at. And we are in 2023, which in their terms was 1947. So we're not going to do, we've looked at the clubs and stuff like that in the past videos, and if you haven't, have a look at my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see them. So basically I'm just going to tell you what we're going to do in this one, what we've added and what we're going to look at. Well, this is a Babes edition. We've put the Busby Babes in and we've put them to arrive at the correct time, which is a bit weird actually. So let me just get the shortlist up to show you. I've got quite a few shortlists going here. I've got the Busby Babes, the Legend, there's the Legend, which I do believe I've showed you before. And then we've got, they're all calibrated now, they're working fine now, we're not too bothered about them. But here's the Babes. Okay, now some of them are practically only just born. If you look at Bobby Charlton here, Bobby Charlton, and this is an anomaly in the game world, I need to explain this so it'll make sense later on. He's down as 14-year-olds of course there, but he's not, he's actually only 10 in the game world. And there's this weird anomaly, you can actually put them in the game world earlier, but they won't come in, they won't come live if you like till they're 14, and they won't start gathering stats and really making progress. And you can see he's joining in 2029 when he'll be 16, which is what really happened. Now if you don't put him in a club, so this is where he was scouted, East Northumberland Schools. If you don't put him in a club, I did discover that what will happen is he won't just won't develop. He'll basically stay like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old and get worse and worse. So it is a weird anomaly, but it does mean that they do reach the potential if you do that. We've got like Bill Folks, who was at Wiston Boys in real life, and he was a minor. He's 15. Now don't worry about that, he's very high there, but that will drop off. You do have to give them about an extra 15 or 20 CA current ability for it to drop off and regain it as he comes to United. So he will come lower than that at United. So it's just a bit of an anomaly. It took a lot of working out, but it is working quite well now. So that's the Babes. So we're going to look at them. We're going to go all the way up to 1957, and we'll throw a little tribute slide in there I think as well, just remembering them because they were real people. And this is just a game that we're playing, but you know, it was something on Twitter the other day that my wife actually mentioned it, and someone else mentioned it as well, that if you say somebody's name they never really die, which I think is a lovely way to look at it. So that's what we're doing here, we're thinking about the names, aren't we? I went up to Jeff Bent's grave actually today, who was just up the road from me. Here we go. And you know, I'm ashamed to say that as a United fan, I didn't even know the grave was there. I knew he was a Salford lad, but he's literally a mile and a half from where I am, so I had to walk up today and saw his grave. So yeah, so that's exactly why I'm doing it really, and remembering him, you know. So there we go. So it is we're going to stop at 57 at the end of the 57 season, because it's not appropriate, I don't think. I don't really want to go after that and see what happened. I'm not saying I won't, I'm not averse to it, I might play on, and you can do it as well of course, because this is available for you. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go about, I've not checked the league yet, so we'll have a look, and I'm going to put this little stat banner up here that I've spent ages preparing. So there you go. So there's a stat banner, and we'll keep that up for most of it, and that has got the years at the top. It's got all the years calibrated, so you'll be able to see the real year in the FM year. And I've got a big copy of it on my other monitor so I can talk about it as well. And then we've also got the league and league winners and runners up, FA Cup winners and runners up, and then the goals, and then the home championship. So this is the next thing as well. So I've also managed to put the internationals in. So we have now got the British Home Championship every year between England, Scotland, Northern Ireland. In our case it was actually an all Ireland team, but I've made it Northern Ireland, and England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, yeah. So we'll have a look at that. And then we've got the World Cup. We've got the World Cup in Uruguay won the first one, West Germany won the second one in 50 and 54. So yeah, so it's all very exciting. We're going to have a look at all these. So we're going to skip forward to 3 dates. We're going to, and I'm just going to straight away go to the league a minute while I'm just talking, so you can have a look at that. United's won the league, I can't believe it. Right, so, and then the babes aren't even there yet either. So we'll talk more about that in a second. But basically, we're going to go to, I've decided on 3 dates. We're going to go forward to 2029, which is 1953, and that's because that's when the babes have just arrived. And it also gives us a nice little run of seasons to look at. So we're going to be going forward 6 years after this, and then we're also going to be going to, like I say, May 57. Right, okay, so there you go. So first of all, what we're going to do is just have a look at the league and how that compares. So, and we have got some league positions that I can pull up here. The wonders of technology. So as you can see in the real world, Liverpool won it. United came second. That's not bad calibration. I'm quite pleased with that. It does vary on each test you do, and it's like the butterfly effect. You can change 1 or 2 players and it will affect everything. And like any FM game, Stanley Matthews got injured for 6 months in one of them, and the league was completely different because he was Stoke never did anything, which left a place for another team. It's proper weird. It was really weird. So yeah, that's not bad, that is it. So you got Blackpool there. He finished in exactly the same position. Let's have a look at the bottom. You've got Brentford. Brentford is 20th there, but they finished in 21st. They would have been relegated. These don't get relegated, of course, because they've not got a league beneath it. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. I'm quite pleased with that calibration. Now I must remember to get rid of that picture because I've done this about 4 times and I keep leaving the pictures on. Right, so the next one, let's go to the goals. So as you can see, the goals for this season. So we had Dennis Westcott down here. So Dennis Westcott got 38 goals. So where's Dennis? Dennis was on 19. So got Jimmy Hagan at the top. That's all right. He was there or thereabouts. And that's not. I haven't got a list of the top scorers with me, but that's not bad actually. That isn't bad at all. Most of these were there within the sort of top 20, just sort of mixed up a little bit. So that's pretty good. So let's have a look at the FA Cup. So let's have a look. Everton's won it. That's good. Who did they beat? Oops, daisy. Got the results for it, but I've not got the thing. There we go. Oh my God, they beat Charlton. That is the first time in about, 200 tests that they've ever come close to winning it. Because as you can see down here, they actually won it in this year. That is, it was 1-1 as well, penalties. I can't believe that. I'm so chuffed though. I'm not even going to call that for my calibration. I think that's just an anomaly because we've done so many tests. It's just happened in this one because, in the league, where did they finish in the league? So they finished 10th. They finished better actually in the league than they should have done. But that's fantastic. I'm so chuffed with that. That's amazing. Right, but I was just gutted they didn't win it. So that's that. So let's have a look at the home championship, which is the first one, the British Home Championship. England's won it. Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything else actually, because at the moment there, I'm going to explain this in a sec actually. Let's go to the stages. It's a group. It's all in a group. Sometimes weirdly, which you can see in 1952-53, they actually shared it, and also they shared it in 55-56, all 4 teams, because they didn't have goal difference at the time, which is quite interesting. But yeah, so England won it here. We only get 2 goals in. Now let me tell you why, right? So here's an anomaly that I've had to deal with. So let's go into the tactics. So here we go, Frank Swift. Now Frank Swift wasn't playing. Jack Crompton at United was playing for England, which is unrealistic. And so Frank Swift played for England for 2 years at this time. I say unrealistic for Jack Crompton because he played for England in the game for like 132 times or something like that, where it was other goalkeepers who had the position. So, but he's Frank Swift. I had to put him in. He's from City, but he wasn't live in the league, but I've had to make City live just for transfers like him. And he's very high. The reason I've made him is very high to force him to get that position. But it's not going to be a problem because I knew they'd win the home championships anyway, because he actually retires in 49 in the game in 3 years. There you go. 2025 he's going to leave, which means he won't affect the World Cup. So hopefully England never won the next World Cup, but we'll see what happens. Right, so I think that's it so far. I just want to show you some credits for the skins and so on that I've been using. This is really important. These 4 people I want to mention. So first of all, We've got the retro skin, which is the best one, in my opinion, to get the graphics that I've put in, which is from James Prisek. Player and league advice, John McMillan's absolutely fantastic. His football knowledge is incredible. He's a researcher for SI, for Wales and Gibraltar, and he's been really helpful at sort of pecking my head and making sure, in a good way, making sure that I'm getting all the stats right, etc. The attributes. General help support, FM Stag, my buddy on one of my main buddies on FM, who's there, who basically gets, I ping him over like pictures of Bobby Charlton at 1 o'clock in the morning, and he never fails to reply. He's really helpful. So, and a no player database was Wanting Teeny, which was the thing that gave us new gens. Not me, of course. I'm just a generated one, but a new gen, instead of having Harry Kane popping up playing for Atletico and things like this. So just thanks to those people. Follow them all. They're all really good chaps. Right, so let's get that off. Okay, so here we are again. We are now in September 2029, which, as I said, is 1953 in game. So this allows us to see the beginning of the Babe. So let's just get straight into... I'm not even going to do the league first. We'll do that in a minute. Let's get straight into the Babe. There's one of them, Tommy Taylor. And go into the short lists and see how they're doing. There we are. It's already on them. So yes, so they're all at almost there. I'm just trying to think. I was thrown by that John Ball one. Yeah, John Ball went out to Celtic. That's right. I think that's real life. Yeah, these are real life, definitely. So so the other guys, of course, are the guys you'd recognise as the Babes. Let's see where they've come from now. So Bobby Charlton started out as 14. He's now 16. There you go. So he's going to be a worldie, isn't he, at this age? And that's pretty good, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. They give him a breakthrough prospect contract. So that's quite nice. So Bobby's looking good there. Who else should we have a look at? Should we have a look at Dunk? So where's Dunk gone? Oh, there we are, miles away. So yeah, 16 years old, looking pretty tasty. And these are the things that they would have seen him in, of course, you know. So he's got 1,521 caps. 15 under 21 caps, not 121 caps. So yeah, so there we go. So it's not looking too bad, is it? So they've got some apps as well for the first team. They're starting to creep in. So very nice indeed. So let's see if it's had an effect. Come on then, let's have a look at the league. So we're going to go on leagues in focus, and we're going to go on here now. Let's have a look. Oh my God, look at this. So United won it the first season, and then they've not won it again. So what's going to be interesting now is if they do come back and start to win it in the next few years, because if you look at the bottom here, we've got, okay, let's go backwards here. So we've got United won it in 56, 57. They won it in the last 2 years, basically. So what we would like, ideally, is for them to win it in the last 2 years. That would be so nice, that, which just shows that that it's happening, you know. And that's quite nice. In 1953, 54, the season after, it was Wolves. So so we've got that one as well. But let's have a look. So United are in the lead here. We're in the 30th of September 2029. Like I say, we're not in the May this time because I wanted to make sure that we got those Babes, and then they wouldn't have been in the May. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So so this year, of course, it was Wolves, which makes sense. And then we've got United, who might win it. Who knows? They're only a point ahead. That's the thing, because it's only 2 points. It doesn't. It can change quickly. All right. So let's have a look at. We've got our first World Cup. Come on. How did England go on? France. Got it. All right. Okay. Let's have a look then. So past winners is France, and these ones are real, by the way. So France won this one. Let's have a look at the stages again. So current season, let's go back. So let's go, where's England's group? Semi-final. Did we get to the semi-final? We did, bastard. Oh my God, you are joking me. I could have predicted that, couldn't we? Oh, we can't, we're just a bit too far ahead. So I'm gutted by that. Absolutely gutted. I thought we'd do that. So, but there you go. So it shows it's right, because we've not got Frank Swift in there now. So they're not overpowered anymore. There we go. We got Bert Williams in goal. Yep. Can't remember Bert Williams' actual appearances, but that's good. Bill Folks is playing. That's nice. Finner. Okay, so let's have a look. So that's the World Cup then. Have we done the home championships? No, we've not done the home championships. So maybe England can win the next one. Let's hope. Scotland have got it. Brilliant. Right. Okay. So that's interesting. Past winners. So we can work up here. So looking at our card at the bottom. So 2023 we know is actually, if you look at the thing at the bottom there while I'm pointing at this. So 2023 England won it. Then Scotland won it. It was England the next year. So we're just basically swapping it between us and Scotland, aren't there? And no shared ones this time, of course. Yeah. So yeah, so there you go. So basically, just to sum it up, the Babes are starting to infiltrate, aren't they? United are on the rise. Can they come and win the final 2 seasons before we get up to 56, 57? It'd be great if they won the last 2, or if they won one of them. If they won this year's, I'd be chuffed, which shows their influence. That's pretty cool. And then we've also got the World Cup to look forward to in 54. There you go. So it's not looking too bad. So I shall see you in a minute for the next one. Okay, so as if by magic, we've jumped forward to 2033, which is 1957 in game time. So you're right at the back here, we're looking at these, right at the back at these results, which is United winning the league twice on the run in 56 and 57, City winning the FA Cup, Villa winning the FA Cup, all against United there. And yeah, so let's just have a look how it's looking. So we're going to go to inbox, we're going to go leagues in focus, no idea. Hey, United have won the league. You don't know how happy that makes me. The Babes have won the league. That's amazing. Let's have a look. And oh my God, they've won it 3 times on the bounce. That's incredible. So they've actually beat their own record. They've won it 3 times. So did they win it 3 times in the same period? 4 times in the same period, but in real life they won it 3 times in the same period. I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. I was worried that I'd made them way too overpowered, but really they were, and they won the league twice on the run. So there you go. Go figure. I'm so chuffed with that. That's amazing. This is turning out to be the best one I've done so far, the best simulation, which it should be after all the work. Right, anyway, so let's have a look again. So we know already that United's won the league. Get in there, fantastic. The Babes have won the league. We shall have a look in a short while how that short list of Babes players, have I got them up here? Let me just get that one there. I'm going to make sure it's the only one loaded. Yeah, make sure it's the only one loaded, because we don't want that red one to show up in the United team. Let's see how many of those are playing. I'm a bit concerned in previous tests that some have been pushed out. See, they've got a lot of apps there. Some have been pushed out with new gens, so we'll see how we've gone on with that. There's normally 2 or 3 that push them out. Right, so let's have a look then. So first we do that, before we get stuck into all that, let's remember what has motivated me to do this, and this of course is the Babes. So let's have a look at the Babes now. So the Flowers of Manchester, 6th of February 1958. This is just a little game in it. We're having a little bit of fun here, trying to bring them alive, but these were real people, let's not forget that. Roger Byrne, club captain, left back. Mark Jones, centre half. England schoolboy international. Duncan Edwards. Duncan Edwards, the greatest, eh? 19 youth caps, 18 full caps. How many would he have gone on to get? Like I say, if you want to holiday forward, you're quite welcome, or play on, see if he gets a lot more. Tommy Taylor, centre forward, 19 England caps. David Pegg, 22, debuted at 17, 1 England cap. Jeff Bent, like I said, been to see his grave today, buried St John's Church, just up the road from me. Eddie Coleman, I used to live in Eddie Coleman Court, believe it or not, which was a flat on Salford Precinct. There's links everywhere around here, all to do with the Busby Babes. And then Liam Whelan. And then Liam Whelan, by the way, we should mention this. This is really interesting. He arrived, and Johnny Carey, a fellow Irishman, says to him, they're not going to understand what you say, if you say your name's Liam, so you're going to have to change it. So he chose Billy instead, which is a bit daft, but they called him Billy. And, the non-players who died. Now, I'm sure a lot of my United fans know 5 or 6 of these, even before I'd started this project, and I'm all now, of course. But ask the United fans who knows these, and a lot probably won't. It's these who we talk about, isn't it? The 8 lads who died. And we don't talk about Walter Crickner, people like this, Bert Wally, all these people. Frank Swift in there. We just spoke about Frank Swift, haven't we? How unlucky is that? He left City, became a journalist, and went covering the match. And he died. Frank Swift, who who was overpowering England, eh? Can you believe it? He died. Really sad. So rest in peace, lads, lest we forget the Flowers of Manchester. So let's crack on and see how they did in our little game, eh? So, okay. So I think appropriately, we should have a look at that. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do goals first and then we'll get on to that. So goals, we know. Oh, see, look, they're infiltrating. Now, what I'll probably do, if any of these start to push out a lot of the proper players, I do have the luxury, of course, of using the IG to edit them out, and that's, which of course is for the database building. I've had to do that, but yeah, I will do that myself. But I'm sorry, guys, you won't get that because you can't edit in. What you can do is, if you're playing with that team, of course, you can try and bring them on if you want, or you can just relegate them to the youth teams. Each team's got a youth team, by the way. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Top scorer for this season. So it was John Charles. Certainly not John Charles now. He's not in the database. So John Charles, I think, came from a club. Either he came from a club outside, or he came late, and he's not in the database yet. So he's probably going to be in 1.4. So Rob Brain, there you go. Rob Brain for Portsmouth. He's literally only got finishing, hasn't he? And he's technical, but he's managed to do it. Len Phillips is up there. Have we got, where's Nat Lofthouse? So Nat Lofthouse got it the year before, and Ronnie Allen as well. So Nat got 17 this year. He got 32 the year before. And the thing is, so yeah, he's thereabouts, isn't it? I mean, but we've, you know, so far we've got the FA Cups, haven't we? And we've also got the Charlton FA Cup. That's quite close. And we've also got the thingamajig as well, the league as well. Right, let's have a quick look at the FA Cups, and then I promise you we'll definitely get onto the babes. I did mean to do that. So let's have a look. Everton beat Charlton first in the first one, of course. And by the way, as I'm doing it, I can't control two things at once. Make sure you're looking down here as well. Let's have a look. So it's this line you're looking at here. It's hard to do it because on my graphics it's hard to put my mouse over it. But we're looking at the third line up from the fourth line up from the bottom. So let's have a look. So Charlton got it the first year. Yeah, in real life. And then United got it second. No, United didn't get it then. Then it was Wolves. Then it was Arsenal. So we're not matching any of these, are we? Then is it the Blackpool? Blackpool's got it a couple of years earlier, haven't they? The Matthews final they have. So Blackpool is Newcastle there. Newcastle's still in the second division at this point. Middlesbrough, Stoke. Let's have a look. Yeah, Blackpool's got it a few years early, haven't they? And then United. Did United win it again? No, they didn't. All right, but it's a good mix of teams. What I started to get at the start was Liverpool winning everything because I gave Jack Barmer way too much power, and he was just scoring like 50 goals a season. So I'm pleased with that. Right, so we're going to do the babes now, aren't we? Because I can't wait to have a look at them. So let's get in. Let's use one of these as a shortcut there. So remember, the red players on the shortlist are the babes. So what we want to see is those infiltrating the senior squad. I've already sorted it by apps. Look at that. Get in. So chuffed with that. So it's actually happened. Now, have we got any... These are the older guys who were already there, by the way, Jack Rowley and Jack Crompton. Have we got any new gens infiltrating? Josh Hope, he's a new gen, isn't there? Yeah, and a new Busby babe. There you go. Herve Merle. Okay, he's a breakthrough prospect. Well, not many, actually. Not many. So the rest of them are coming through. And the appearances are pretty good, actually. Pretty consistent. Owls Bobby's 20 now. There you go. Look how his development's come on. That long shots, I'm having trouble getting him up with them long shots. I really am. I start high with him when he's a kid, but he always drops off with them. But yeah, you'll take that, won't you? He's got 8 caps at the age of 20. Pretty nice. How did Folksy go on? There you go. So you can see he's not, you would expect him at that starting point I showed you before to be absolutely ridiculously good now, and he is very, very good, but he's not what you might expect if you looked at that start because of that little drop down, like I say. So oh God, I can't believe how long I've spent on this, working these little things out. Jeff Bent. Now Jeff Bent in real life, the guy I visited, only had a few appearances a season, and I think that's fair. Yeah, so he's had let's just have a look at his career so far with United. So he's had 11. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit more than he's had in real life, so that's not too bad. Pleased with that. Where's the man himself? Come on, Duncan, lad. It's great skin, this, isn't it? You have to make sure you get this, guys. So, wow, look at that. Look at the price, Jesus Christ. He's absolutely phenomenal. 18 anticipation, passing 17, long shots 17, Jesus Christ. He's got 3 goals, 12 assists. Look at them scores, absolutely fantastic. He's got 19. Oh, he's got 19 apps. I'm pretty sure. Is that what he got for England? I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've got the sheet anywhere. I'm going to see maybe if I can pause that. I'll tell you what, guys, I will put that in afterwards. I'm pretty sure he got 19 apps for England in real life. That would be amazing if he did. Okay, so that's good. Let's have a look at his landmarks, his milestones. So landmarks are the best ones to go for. So let's start here. Under 18 captain. Yeah, brought the first division record for the youngest player to appear in a match at the age of 14 years and 352 days. Let me explain why. I know it's ridiculous. You can't put him to come in as a youth player, as an under 18 player, because he never plays a first team game for about 10 years. So that's why. So I have to put him coming straight in as well. It's actually unspecified, but the game's playing him a little bit too early there. Although I think he was, again, I'll check this. I think he was the youngest anyway. FA Cup record, yeah. So he's not got any. It doesn't mention his senior caps there, does it? Which is interesting. Yeah, it's got that. So it's not got. Oh, of course, it's got that, but it's not got a senior cap. No, it's not mentioned. Okay, so let's have a look. Home Championship winners. I'm going to come off that in case they've won the World Cup actually. So that's not bad. Is United's seasonal best 11. So you'd expect this to be. Oh, it's England. Yeah, Tommy Lawton, Mullen, Nolt Lofthouse, Finner. Right, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Still needs a lot of calibration, this, but let's go back to United's. That's the one we want in it. Yeah, we go. Live video, eh? Look at that. That's the Busby Babes, that, isn't it? It's not far off, you know. That's not far off at all. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's have a look. So just go back to Bobby again. Let's see his milestones. Let's see what he's achieved. Oh, do you know what? It's like an encyclopedia. You spend ages doing this. I do. I just love it. I was got European Golden Boy. That's good. Football of the Year. United Best 11. What did United's Best 11 look like back in 2030? So a little bit different. There's a couple of the older ones there. But yeah, you can just spend ages getting into this, yeah. So England captain again. He's going to do it, innit? It's going to be England captain. Youngest player to score in a match. I'm going to check these records. I'm going to put some graphics up if I find anything else out. So is that for it for the Babes? So let's have a look. So it's a big tick, that, innit? We've got most of them playing. Happy with that. Yeah, that's really nice. Right, so I'm very pleased with that. That's as close as I can get it at the moment. So, okay, so we know Britain won the home championship, don't we? Because it just said that. Okay, so let's see how it. Well, there we go. God, England smashed it in the last few years. Look at that. Top corner there. So it's just England and Scotland, isn't it? So unfortunately, Wales never did it. They had that draw, didn't they, Wales? Look at the bottom of the screen there, in 51-52. Okay, so let's have a look at how the England team is looking now, and then we'll look at the World Cup. So, kill dude there. So tactics senior squad. What's it looking like? Got new gens coming through. Duncan, Alderton. So we do get players. I have to check this, but I'm not sure if he got capped. We do get players who. Look at that, Bobby, right in the middle, right where you want him. We do get players coming through who didn't always play for England, so that needs sorting out. It's going to get better and better. We're going to keep tweaking it with the aid of John and a couple of the other people who are helping. Right, so there you go. I think we're nearly done, aren't we? Let's have a look at the World Cup then. If it says holders England, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my God, we won the World Cup. Hey, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. England, France, Italy. Let's have a look. Stages. Oh, will it? It's not going to... We're not... Do you know what? We're not going to be able to get the games, are we? Because we're too far away. So the semi-final, we beat Spain. We got revenge on them. Yeah, I can't get the right match, but got revenge on Spain for that knockout last time. Who'd we beat in the final? France. Yes, fantastic. Get right in there. Right. Whew. That was a bit of a whirlwind. Right, so I've got this nice blank screen here. I'm going to put my little details on with just so you can play the league yourself, and also how you can sort of do this experiment. And if you want to run it forward even further and play as the babes, you're quite welcome. And here is how you can play it. So on screen, as you can see here, you just go along to my Twitter, and you just need to make sure you go to the pinned tweet at the top, and that will have the Google Drive folder with all the graphics in, with the save file in, with shortlists in, with some sheets on the history, even the top goal scorers tables in there. So if you want to compare the history in the same way that I did, feel free to do that. So make sure you give those guys a check out again. Make sure you get the right skin, etc. And I hope you enjoy it and have a play with it and share your results. Whatever you get, show me on Twitter, and we can have a chat about it. All right, thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.